Jax Taylor hopeful about future with Brittany Cartwright. Former Vanderpump Rules star Jax Taylor opened up about where he stands with estranged wife Brittany Cartwright and why he's hopeful for their future. Keep reading for the latest on the tense split. Reality show couple's divorce plays out on the Valley. Bravo viewers watched Brittany Cartwright and Jax Taylor's relationship from the beginning. Vanderpump Rules cameras caught the beginnings of their romance when they had just started dating back in 2015. Their ups and downs were documented for years. Bravo cameras were also on hand for Jax and Brittany's wedding in 2019. They left Vanderpump Rules the next year. But Bravoholics couldn't get enough of Jax and Brittany, so the network brought them back in the Valley spinoff. Unfortunately, their marriage had greatly deteriorated after the birth of their son, Cruz, in 2021. The Valley viewers watched as tensions boiled over. Brittany Cartwright filed for divorce in the summer of 2024 after separating from Jax earlier that year. Bravo fans will see more of Jax and Brittany's marriage conflicts when Season 2 of The Valley returns this summer. Jax Taylor admits he has red flags. Jax Taylor was the undisputed bad boy of Vanderpump Rules, at least until Scandoval happened. He took to TikTok earlier this week to joke about his past reputation. He said that he was getting ready for a date and held his hands behind his back. Jax said that most people bring flowers to a first date. "I bring red flags," he joked, putting out a handful of red flags. The video was posted on Twitter, and many agreed that Jax is a walking red flag. Several commentators pointed out that the Tesla behind Jax in the video was a huge red flag on its own. Check out some of the other comments about Jax's post. How is there a woman left on planet Earth that would date him? Jax is a red flag. He will never find anyone who will put up with his bulls **** like Brittany did. Believe them when they tell you. That dude should have a red flag tattooed on his forehead. The Valley star hopeful about future with Brittany Cartwright. Despite tensions in the divorce, Jax Taylor was hopeful about his future with Brittany during a recent interview with E! News. The outlet caught up to Jax at the LA Art Show over the weekend. When asked how things are between him and his estranged wife, Jax said that was a good question and he'd like to know too. He then elaborated that it's a day-by-day right now. The reality star noted that there's a lot between him and Brittany after being together for 10 years. Jax Taylor was hopeful about the future with his estranged wife. He said that his goal is to move past the issues between them and reach common ground. While Jax didn't hint that he hoped to reconcile with his ex, his words were optimistic that things between them would eventually calm down. Do you think Jax Taylor and Brittany Cartwright will find common ground someday and be on better terms for their son? Sound off in the comments. Jax Taylor hopeful about future with Brittany Cartwright. The relationship between Jax Taylor and Brittany Cartwright has been a roller coaster ride for Vanderpump Rules fans since their first appearance on the show. From their first flirtations to their dramatic wedding and eventual divorce, viewers have watched it all play out on screen. Despite the ups and downs, Jax is still holding on to hope for a better future with his estranged wife, Brittany. As the drama continues to unfold on the Valley, the reality star has expressed optimism about what lies ahead for their family. The relationship from the start, reality show romance. Jax and Brittany's relationship first captured the attention of Vanderpump Rules fans when the two began dating back in 2015. At the time, Jax was known as the bad boy of the show, a former bartender at SUR who had been through a string of messy relationships, infidelities, and general chaos. Brittany, on the other hand, was a sweet and bubbly newcomer who quickly won over fans with her down-to-earth personality. Their contrasting personalities created an explosive dynamic that made for compelling television. As Vanderpump Rules continued to air, Jax and Brittany's relationship grew stronger despite the drama surrounding them. In 2019, viewers saw them tie the knot in a lavish wedding in Kentucky. However, the marriage was not as perfect as it seemed on TV. While Jax and Brittany may have appeared picture-perfect on the outside, their struggles were real. The show's cameras documented the ups and downs, and their tumultuous relationship was far from smooth sailing. In 2020, the couple made the decision to leave Vanderpump Rules, seeking a quieter life away from the spotlight. But fans weren't ready to let go of the beloved couple just yet, and in 2021, Bravo launched The Valley, a spin-off reality show following Jax and Brittany's life post-Vanderpump Rules. The show quickly gained attention as viewers saw a more personal side of their relationship. The Valley, cracks start to show. As The Valley continued into its second season, fans began to witness the cracks forming in Jax and Brittany's marriage. The arrival of their son, Cruz, in 2021 was a major turning point. Parenthood often brings couples closer together, but for Jax and Brittany, it seemed to do the opposite. Viewers were given an inside look at the strain their relationship was under as they navigated the challenges of new parenthood while dealing with long-standing issues that had been brewing for years. In the summer of 2024, Brittany Cartwright filed for divorce after months of separation, putting an end to their nearly decade-long relationship. The public filing of their divorce added fuel to the fire, with fans speculating about the reasons behind their split and what would come next for the couple. The tensions that had been building in the Valley now took center stage, leaving viewers eagerly awaiting more details. Jax Taylor's public struggles and humor, a red flag or a new beginning. Throughout the years, Jax Taylor's public persona has been that of the charming but flawed bad boy. His antics on Vanderpump Rules earned him a reputation as a troublemaker, often involved in drama with friends, colleagues, and, of course, his romantic partners. His past mistakes were well documented on the show, and the media never hesitated to remind fans of his less-than-stellar moments. Yet, Jax seemed to embrace this bad boy image with humor, which, at times, was his way of deflecting criticism. Just recently, Jax took to TikTok, joking about his notorious reputation. In the video, he humorously acknowledged his red flags, poking fun at the very traits that had gotten him into trouble over the years. Holding a handful of actual red flags behind his back, Jax quipped that while most people bring flowers on a date, he brought red flags. The post, which quickly made its rounds on social media, was met with mixed reactions. Many fans chimed in, some expressing disbelief that anyone would date him, while others appreciated his self-aware humor. Despite his joking demeanor, it's clear that Jax's past is far from behind him. The comment section on his post was flooded with reminders of his past misdeeds, including his controversial behavior on Vanderpump Rules and his rocky relationship with Brittany. Yet, it seems that Jax is trying to move forward and come to terms with the person he's become. Jax's optimism for the future with Brittany. Despite the ongoing divorce proceedings and the emotional fallout from their split, Jax Taylor remains hopeful about the future with Brittany Cartwright. During a recent interview with E! News at an LA art show, Jax was asked about where he stood with his estranged wife. His response was measured and somewhat optimistic. Jax admitted that the situation was day by day and expressed a genuine desire to work through the difficulties they had experienced over the years. "There's a lot between me and Brittany," Jax said, acknowledging the decade-long history they shared. "It's not easy, but I think it's possible to move forward and find common ground." His words revealed that, despite the divorce and the media scrutiny, Jax was not giving up on the possibility of a future with Brittany. While Jax did not directly hint at a reconciliation, his tone suggested that he wasn't ready to close the door on the possibility of improving their relationship. For the sake of their son Cruz, Jax emphasized that he wanted to focus on healing and finding a way to coexist amicably. The tension between them was palpable, But Jax's outlook was positive enough to suggest that there was hope for eventual reconciliation, whether that means mending their marriage or simply achieving a sense of mutual respect and co-parenting. The future of Jax and Brittany, will they find common ground? The future of Jax Taylor and Brittany Cartwright remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. Jax is not ready to give up on the possibility of a better relationship with his estranged wife. With a son to raise together, it's likely that their paths will continue to intersect, even if they are no longer romantically involved. Their journey, which began in front of Bravo's cameras, has been fraught with drama, but it seems that Jax's desire for personal growth and resolution is driving his hope for a better future. Whether or not Jax and Brittany will reconcile is still up in the air, but Jax's optimism shows that he is willing to put in the effort to rebuild some form of a healthy dynamic. Fans of the couple may continue to hold on to hope for a happy ending, while others may see this as a sign that it's time for both of them to move on in their own ways. Regardless of what the future holds, it seems that Jax and Brittany's story is far from over.